Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I'm going to talk about Tradex.live. And you all know for a very long time, Delta Exchange has been our sponsors. And now from this month, Tradex.live has become our sponsors. So many people wanted to know what is Tradex is all about. And some people, even in my Twitter timeline, they came and said, Tradex is not registered with the SEBI, right? And all kinds of things. So therefore, I thought, maybe I can just explain to you what this Tradex Live all about. Number one, Tradex.live, okay, it is not an Indian-based company. So it is registered in some other country. And what they are offering is actually not the equity. What they are offering is actually CFD. Let me explain what is CFD little later. So therefore, any person who is registered in India, offering stock market related activities, they have to register with SEBI. Foreign entities, who are not offering any equity products, they are not required to register with SEBI. So that's the first thing about SEBI regulation. And then if you want to trade in equity, so you can just open an account with any broker in India and you can trade with Indian stock exchanges. Now, you pay STT, you pay stamp duty, and you pay many other statutory charges. And same thing, if you open an account with any CFD broker, since they are not registered in India, so there is no need to pay STT, stamp duty, and other charges. That's number one advantage. Number two, most of the CFD brokers are if I'm not wrong, all the CFD brokers, they don't charge any brokerage. But then the next question comes, if they are not charging brokerage, how are they surviving? They are not charitable organizations. So they are here to do business. They have the cost. So they have to make some money. So what these CFD brokers, they do, they have like people like, market makers and many other things, So there is a way they can actually make money. I don't know whether my understanding is correct. So maybe I can give you one example. Now, suppose you want to buy a share. You want to buy a share for 1,000 rupees. You are prepared to buy the share for 1,000 rupees. When you place the order with any CFD broker, that will go into the system, okay, as if you are willing to buy only at 999, not 1,000. It will go as if I'm ready to buy at 999. Suppose I want to sell. I'm prepared to sell the share at 1,000 rupees. So what happens in Indian stock exchanges, through any broker when you do, you are willing to buy at 1,000, I'm willing to sell at 1,000, what will happen? The order will get triggered, right? Brokerage, STT, stamp duty is a separate thing. But in this case, what will happen? If you are willing to buy for 1,000 rupees, it will come into the system as 999, you are willing to buy. And if I'm willing to sell at 1,000, okay, my order will go, it will show as if I'm willing to sell at 1,001. So buy 999, sell 1,001. The order will not get triggered. Although you are willing to buy at 1,000, I'm willing to sell at 1,000, the order will not get triggered. Because the system shows 999 and 1,001. So let us say by looking at this, because there's no buyer is coming. If I say 1,001, no buyer will come. So what I do, I change the price to, maybe 999. The order will get triggered. Now, you are willing to buy at 1,000, but the order gets triggered at 999. But the CFD broker will take 1,000 rupees from you, but they will give only 999 to me. So that 1 rupee they will take away. So that becomes, a sort of a broking income for them. Right? On the other hand, suppose my order is staying at 1,001 only, and you are saying, you are putting a buy order, no order not getting triggered, the seller is coming only at 1,001. So you change the order, you buy at 1001. So the CFD broker will take 1001 from you. They will pay me only 1000. That 1 rupee they will take it. I think this is the standard practice of all the CFD brokers and who make money out of this trading. Now, when you have registered in India, you can trade within India. So what are the advantages of trading with a CFD broker? Okay, number one, if you are trading in Indian stock exchanges, no, you are not allowed for any leverage product. Sometimes the brokers may be doing some kind of a funding, but they will charge interest rate. And whereas CFD brokers, they give leverage anywhere from 10 times to 500 times without any interest. That's one advantage. Now, if you are trading in futures and options, if you are an option seller, you want to sell one call option, let us say, in NSE, the margin money will be about 1 lakh rupees. But with the CFD brokers, it can be as low as 5,000 or 7,500. So with 1/10 of the money, you can sell call option, you can sell put option. Your margin money is very, very, very low. If you are a buyer of an option, still they give leverage. I think for buying of option, they give about 10 times leverage. Selling of option also, that works out to be about 10 times leverage only, because exchange margin is 1 lakh, these people charge only 7,500. So if anybody is confident of trading, confident of the market direction, and confident of making money, they have a system, so this is a highly leveraged product. But remember, high leverage comes with high risk and high reward. And because selling option and buying option itself is already leveraged, and within that you are going for a leverage, you have to take a call, right? So, but there is a provision. Like many people, they call us, they tell, sir, I have a very good system. This system can make very good profit. I say, okay, if you have a very good system, you follow it and make money yourself. No, sir, I don't have enough capital. Then, so this kind of CFD brokers is a solution for you. You can get 10 times, 100 times, 500 times leverage. If you are confident, you can put your own money, you can trade, right? And then my son is trading with a broker in India, but he is registered only with NSE and BSE. So only equity market he can trade. He cannot trade crude oil, he cannot trade gold, because the broker is not registered with MCX, multi commodity exchange. But the CFD brokers, you can trade Indian equity, you can trade gold, silver, crude oil, and you can trade in US markets. You can trade in any market practically. But then again, one more question. Sir, if I want to trade in US market, why do I have to go to a CFD broker? Why not I just open an account directly and transfer money and do the trade? Number one, if you want to open an account abroad and you want to trade, so you have to transfer the money to US dollars. You have to go to a bank and you have to transfer the money to the broker account in US dollar. And then the bank will deduct 20% TCS. Until last year, TCS was 5%. Now the TCS has become 20%. Suppose you want to transfer 1 lakh, 20,000 is gone as a TCS. Only the remaining 80,000 can be going into the US dollar. Then you pay the exchange. If the dollar is 80 rupees, the banks will charge you 81 rupees. Then you have traded in US market, and after some time you want to withdraw that money back. Again, that US dollar you have to convert it to Indian rupee. If suppose the US dollar is 80 rupees, they will give you only 79 rupees. That exchange rate commission, the banks. And I tell you, some banks even charge as high as 10%. So you give 20% TCS, 10% while transferring INR to USD, again USD to INR, another 10%. So 40% you give. So what is it you are going to get? But the CFD brokers, they give, you can transfer the money in your local currency. If you are sitting in India, you can transfer the money in Indian rupee. If you are sitting in Singapore, you can transfer the money in Singapore dollar. If you are sitting in Dubai, you can transfer money in dirham. right? Because I know these three countries only. So you can transfer the money in Indian rupee, okay? That will be converted into notional value. It will never be converted into US dollar, but the equivalent to notional value will be shown in US dollar. You want to trade in US market, you can trade, and whatever profit or loss is for you, you can get it. The next question, what about the taxation? Because here CFD, it is just like a futures and options. In cash market, you pay the money, you actually receive the shares to your demat account. But with the CFD brokers, no, you don't receive the shares. Even you buy the share, you don't receive. This is just an agreement to buy or agreement to sell, just like futures and options. In futures, if you buy one lot of Reliance Industries, do you think the Reliance Industries share will be coming into your demat account? No. It is just an agreement to buy. Therefore, whatever the tax treatment is there for futures and options, the same tax treatment will be here. Because you are sending the money in Indian rupee, you are receiving the money in Indian rupee, so there is no problem of, foreign exchange regulations and this and that, so they are not there. Now, having said all these things, is everything positive about the CFD brokers, including Tradex.live? No. So there are certain risks. Now, say for example, people, whenever, I ask people, okay, I'm a sub broker with a broker, you want to come, okay, you can sign up with this broker under my franchisee so that we can get some sub broking amount. The first question they will ask, sir, if I transfer the money, if the broker run away, what to do? What is the guarantee that if the broker go bankrupt, what can I do? Right? So number one, the brokers in India, they are registered with SEBI, so they come under some kind of a regulation. Right? So if suppose for one other reason, if an Indian broker goes bankrupt, okay, still NSE will pay, if you are trading in futures and options, so NSE will pay up to 25 lakh rupees, from the investor protection fund. That's just like an insurance, right? So whereas when you are trading with CFD brokers, number one, so they are not any registered entity, they don't come under any regulatory authority, right? So if something happens to the broker, right, so there may be a problem for you, okay? But of course, that is there with every business, right? Any business you do, your business associate, something goes wrong, so you are in trouble. That's nothing specific to CFD brokers. So that is one thing. Second thing, these brokers, right? Suppose tomorrow you have a dispute with your broker, right? You can go to NSE, you can go to SEBI, right? Assume that, NSE or SEBI, they are not able to resolve your issue. You can actually even go to the court, okay? Because those are the companies registered in India. If tomorrow you have any problem with this, any CFD broker, because these companies are registered in another country, so they don't come under Indian jurisdiction, right? Assume that a CFD broker is registered in Virgin Islands, right? You can't go to Virgin Islands to make a complaint about him. So, however, so there is a risk, there is a reward. In this video, I tried to explain what is CFD, how the CFD brokers work, and how they are not regulated, and how they have a lot of advantages. You can trade in any global market sitting at your home without actually, you can trade in international markets without going international, basically. And then you have got a lot of leverage and other advantages. And if you are interested to open an account with Tradex.live, the link is given in the description. You can open the link, you can open an account. That's very easy. I am yet to open an account, so I am also planning to open an account. I am also planning to take some trades. Maybe I will do next time one video how I take some trades. Practically you can trade in any product actually, but I will be trading mostly in US equities or US options. Mostly I trade in S&P 500 options and Nasdaq 100 options. They have a Telegram link. I think the Telegram link will be displayed in the screen. The link will be given in the description also. So you can join that Telegram group. So that Telegram group is basically to give the feedback, to give suggestions, so it's a two-way communication between Tradex.live brokers and the people who are trading with Tradex.live. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.